Privacy. It's something we all crave. After my father passed away, I stayed close to my mother. Before he passed, we had worked together on a project, building a small basement studio under our house. It could comfortably fit 3 people, and for me, it became a symbol of comfort and resilience. Our final work together. My sanctuary. A couple of months before, I had started moving my things into the studio, setting it up little by little. It had its own side entrance, a compact kitchen, a narrow hallway, and a small back room where we kept old belongings, and a safe where my father stored important documents and some cash. He always distrusted banks. The main house upstairs remained quiet, occupied only by my mother. When she needed to visit her sister for a few days, I assured her I could handle being alone. I didn't want her to worry. That Friday night, I invited 2 of my closest friends, Chris and Sam. The studio, although small, fit us perfectly. We brought beers, snacks, and turned it into a casual night of board games, bad jokes, and laughter. At one point, I went upstairs to grab more drinks from the main fridge and noticed the cabinet under the stairs slightly ajar. I brushed it off. Old hinges, I thought. We eventually crashed in the studio, Chris on the beanbag, Sam on the pull-out mattress, and me on my bed. We locked the side door securely and drifted off around 2 a.m. What we didn't know was that someone had already been inside. The next morning, muddy footprints stained the basement entrance. The locks were still intact, windows closed, but something felt off. Sam pointed out faint scratches along the back window frame. Chris mentioned he thought he heard movement in the night, but blamed it on animals. We tried to laugh it off, grabbed breakfast, and by noon, they were gone. But the unease stayed with me, heavy and persistent. That night, still alone, I chose to sleep in the studio again. Told myself it was to protect the house. Truth was, fear kept me rooted there. I checked every door and window, dragged a chair in front of the back door, and tried to sleep. Around 3:12 a.m., I heard it. A metallic clank, the slow groan of the back door hinges. I froze. No footsteps. Just an oppressive silence that filled the space. I grabbed my phone and texted my mom, trying to sound casual. "Everything okay at Aunt's? Just checking in. Love you." Then I whispered a call to 911.
911, what's your emergency?
"There's someone in my house," I said, my voice trembling. They came through the back. The dispatcher kept me calm. She told me officers were close, asked how they could enter quietly. I guided her through the side gate, then into the backyard. Minutes later, she said, "The officers are there. Stay hidden until they reach you." I stayed crouched, clutching a wrench, heart pounding in my ears. Then a firm knock rattled the basement door. "Police!" I emerged slowly, hands raised. 2 officers moved in swiftly, checking the basement first. One stayed with me, reassuring me with calm words. Then they went upstairs. I waited in the chill of the basement, adrenaline making every minute stretch. Shouts echoed from the second floor. Moments later, they brought someone down the stairs. He wasn't some burglar after money. He wasn't even armed. He was a homeless man, filthy, gaunt, and wild-eyed. He clutched an old jacket like it was armor. The officers later explained that he had found a hiding spot under my mother's bed. They found scraps of food, makeshift bedding, even a few of my mother's missing belongings. He hadn't come for the safe. He had come for shelter. I asked one officer, "What happens now?" He sighed. "It's complicated. It's trespassing, unlawful entry, but no property damage, no assault. We'll hold him. The charges depend on you and your mother. Would he just walk free? I asked. Possibly, the officer said. Or a judge might order mental health evaluation. If you want to press charges, it sends him through the system. They offered to help us file immediately or wait for my mother's return. The next morning, my mother saw my late text and called, voice trembling. Are you okay? You messaged me in the middle of the night. I told her everything. Her voice cracked. She said she was coming home immediately. I told her not to rush. But deep down, I knew the house no longer felt safe. When she returned, we decided together we would not press full criminal charges, but we would file a restraining order and demand he get evaluated. We replaced every lock, reinforced every window, checked every forgotten crawl space. Still, home never felt the same. Every creak, every flicker of shadow, every whisper of movement beyond the walls became a reminder. Some nightmares don't need the dark. They hide behind doors, beneath beds, inside the places we trust most. Subscribe to Frightmare and step into the darkness with us.